Okay, so most of our code is based on Python and Fortran. So I don't have Fortran on my desktop, so I'm going to only show you how to use Python code. First of all, you need to have for me, I use Anaconda. This is like a platform, and you can use this platform to install different language software or coding software. So basically, in order to install this platform, you can search for Anaconda, and here you can find the educational version, and this one. So basically, you download this version, and it's going to give you this platform. And usually, I use this one, VS Code. You need to install VS Code separately. Someone use Spider or Jupyter, but for me, I use VS Code. Okay, so this is your VS Code. This is your VS Code software, and for example, if you want to read a folder, you start from like open folder, and for example, this one. So it opens a folder, and you can find everything in this folder, and those .py file is our Python code. Let's try another folder. Let's try a simple one. So basically, this is our folder, and we have different Python file, and basically together. Once you open a folder, there you can run by click this button, but you need to first, if you don't have this button, you need to check the platform. Like this is a different language. You can choose a different Python or a different. You simply just let's make it easy. You just find this conda Python, and you need to choose that like a language, and then you should be able to run your code. For one code, for example, this is my main code, and this is a little bit complicated. It's about user interface, so I'm not going to show you how to read this code. You need to learn some lessons before you can read this this code. But for some package like this one, gas liquid flow package, this is like a classical Python code. I will show you like how to read those. I will briefly go through this how to read and use this code. I'm not going to show you how to write a if or do language, or how to. I mean those like skills, like how to define the parameters, and how to use a if, return. How to use those language. You can search online, or you can find some tutorials. But here I'm going to show you how to read the whole program. So basically, all the define here is like a function. Okay, let's start from the beginning. At the beginning, you have something like this, like a title. This is some Python package. this is included in Python or you installed by yourself. But usually those packages is some kind of a Python package, and they have some functions or subroutines inside those package. So import numpy as np. This line means we import this package and give it a name of np. So every time we use some function or some subroutine inside this package, we use np. Similarly, pandas we use pd. There is another way. We sometimes we use we write down our code like this, or sometimes we can write it down like for example, from some package import all. This is like two different ways to use those functions and subroutines inside one package. So basically, these two sentences have a similar meaning, but if you use this one, you need to, for example, whenever you use a function like this, you need to have np dot. This is and if you use this sentence, and you can directly use pi. The difference is for some package, they may have similar names inside their package. So if you it's better to use this sentence, because when you have numpy.py, when you have this sentence, it's more clear that first you go into this package and then you found this subroutine or this function. But if you use this language, you directly use pi, this function or subroutine. Sometimes it's confused. For example, if you have both of these two packages, both of them have pi, and there is some inconsistent, or there is some error in your code. So usually we prefer to use that this sentence. When we go back to, for example, here, why we use this here why we use those sentence is because that is only for some because we are lazy and we write those package and we know there's most of the function or subroutine inside this package is kind of unique. Probably no one will name a function by a similar way, and so that's why we use this way to import the package. So so basically that's and if your code, for example, in your code, if you have some errors or mistakes about this title sentence, there are two possible reasons. First of all is for example, maybe you miss this sentence, and the second is maybe your software didn't install this package. NumPy and pandas are like a defaultly installed in most software or in most programming software. But sometimes, for example, PyQt5 or like something like this. I'm not quite sure because I forgot the details, but at least I know that PyQt5 is kind of you download the package or you need to use some way to install that package. So that's why I suggest you learn the language first, and then you can read like this is a user interface. It has a lot of package here. And so maybe it's not time for you to start with this code. You can start with something like this code. And then this is our title lines, and then this is our global variables. For all this, if you define a variable here, it can be used in all the subroutines and functions. And then this is our functions, which this is very simple. You give the input, and it returns output. So basically, you can return multiple output. For example, still like this is our input, and this is like the green and orange are all comments. This is like a definition of this line, and this is kind of like all the definition of the parameters. There are no difference. We just use different colors to make it more clear. You see this. This is for orange, and this is for green. You can use like control. Anyway, it's better you can search online for how to comma the sentence and how to use the quick button. For example, I'm not going to show you those details. You can find online. I'm just going to let's go through the code. So basically, we have the input, and for this, I remember, yeah, you see, you can return a lot of output. So basically, all the functions in this single file, Python file, they have a lot of functions, and for every function, you have input and have an output. And finally, this one is your main function, our main sentence. Like if you test your code, it is not going to test. It is only going to test your main code. The function is like or the subroutine is like something like a package or something just stays here. You can choose to use the function or not. And for example, in this case, and this is our main main program, and you give some definitions and parameters in the main program, and then you only call this one function, which is this one. In this function, it may be related to other functions, but in the main function, you are only testing one function. And of course, you can test different functions or different. You can have different parameters, but whenever at last when you test your program, this is the most important one, because when the program reads through your code, it actually follows the sequencing in the main program. So it reads line by line, and for example, until here, it will jump into this function, and then it's going to read line by line again, and sometimes it goes into a different function and just you jump into that function. But for example, in this function, this is all the return outputs, and this is all the inputs, and print is like it's just like show you the result. For example, if I test, and so this is the result. Sometimes you may not need those output. You can use you can use this to represent an output. You don't need to use that, but you need to leave the space for that parameter. So in the future, yeah, basically, if you have a code, if you want to test or run anything, you just change it here. And if you want to know the logic, you read through this. You read through from here line by line, and then jump into the function and function and function, and finally this is output. And so this is how we read and test a program or a code.